Deck the halls with boughs of holly. 'Tis the season to be jolly.
Bro, I'm so forking stressed out right now. Today, all day, I've been trying to, work. I'm supposed to go to a charity thing tonight. I can't even go because I'm too stressed out and I have like too much work to do, which I'm bummed about because I've been trying to find like a charity to be my thing in LA. I feel like I have a bunch in Indiana, but I just love giving back. Anyway, that's another story for another day. My apartment building basically needs to reapprove me without my roommate to get this place by myself, because I want to see like what that option would be, if I want to stay here, that sort of thing. And it's crazy how hard it is for someone who is self-employed, like a young female who's self-employed, in addition to having a full-time job. Like, they don't take my self-employed money seriously. It's like insane. Does anyone else deal with this? I've sent them so much proof of like income, contracts, like deals I've gotten, monetization, like pay stubs, like literally so much, and like literally my bank statements, and they're like, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like tax returns, like what I've had to send to like, I feel like prove my legitimacy of being like a YouTube person. I feel like no YouTuber talks about this, like how hard it is to get approved for like, you know, a car loan or a house loan and like those type of things, or getting it approved for an apartment. Like they need like 80 gazillion things because they like for some reason don't take self-employment and entrepreneurs and like influencer people seriously. I don't even know if this is like a smart thing to talk about. No one talks about this, but yeah. I just like found out exactly like to a T how much money I'm going to be making this year, and it should approve me like easily for this apartment. I don't know, it's just crazy. I feel like I'm like having to prove myself. I've shown them so many things, and I've been like on the phone with my managers and like with Alicia's team who pays me, and so many different like YouTube things, and then and in addition to my leasing office, and of course they waited the last minute, even though I emailed them like 2 months ago to figure this out. They waited the last minute to like actually figure it out. So yeah, I'm stressed. My heart is like, I haven't even been able to vlog because I've just been stressed about it the whole time. And I'm like kind of taking this as a sign, like if I don't get approved, maybe I'm not supposed to live here, you know? And I'm like, should it be this hard? But like, it also was this hard kind of coming in here just because they don't take like self-employed people seriously, which is crazy to me because I'm like, dude, like not everyone, but like so many people I know are self-employed, and they talk about in person to me like how much of a bitch it is to get like approved for things. But I feel like on the internet, none of us talk about it because obviously it's not like juicy and fun to talk about, but at the end of the day, it's life. And now I just keep pacing. This is what I do when I'm like on the phone and I'm stressed out talking to someone. I pace. We go in a little circle. At least I'm getting in my steps. But bro, I've been talking to the finance guy all day, my accountant. They're all like, you should be approved. And I'm like, I know. People don't take young women seriously. It drives me nuts. Would you treat me differently if I was older and a male? I don't know. Probably. That's just like where my head goes. It's not probably the best thing to think. I'm just stressed out. Definitely makes me grateful for my multiple streams of income. I definitely recommend. If you have a full-time job, it's always good and awesome to have a side hustle because you just never know. It's good to have different streams. If one stream flops, at least you have, you know, other things. It's so weird too because I just signed with a network for my podcast. It's like the first time I've ever like gotten ads and deals with my podcast. But with brand deals, like people never talk about this, it takes forever to get paid. Like I haven't even seen how much I'm going to get paid, even though I've been recording like ads and stuff. And I know that'll be like hopefully an epic check one day. for next year's like salary, like gross salary. But I'm like, I don't even know how much that is. I don't even know how much to tell my apartment people that is, because I can't even include it because I don't even know. Because like this influencer world, I just feel like is so new. Like people are trying, like, I don't know. I'm just stressed out and I'm venting. I don't even know if this stuff is interesting, but this is my day today. Oh, I've been editing on my computer, like doing a bunch of random things, figuring out some intro stuff for Alicia. I love these sweatpants from Kenzie. I'm waiting to hear back. It's literally 5:56, haven't heard back. The leasing office closes at 6. Can we figure it out? Update, working time. So I talked to my parents, I talked to Alicia, I talked to some influencer friends, and I found out that apparently this is a common denominator amongst many influencer type people, that it's like super hard to get approved for like anything, I guess, which I feel like I just didn't really know. I don't know if I'm a dumbass or if just people don't talk about it really, but I also found out from a bunch of my influencer friends that when they first started, like even now to this day, they'll have like their parents or, you know, someone co-sign with them. So, which is so freaking unbelievable, because I'm like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me that I'm like, I know that I should be getting approved for this, but that's not good enough in the real world yet. Like people don't understand self-employed income. And I'm like, a little embarrassed that I might have to ask one of my parents to co-sign with me. But also I'm like so grateful to even have the privilege of being able to ask one of my parents to co-sign for me, even though I will be paying for everything and I'll still be able to build my credit, thank God. But it's like, even when you're an influencer or self-employed or an entrepreneur, it's so hard to like build your own credit, get approved for stuff, which is crazy because I feel like in like the real world, we're busting our ass already to just be proven like or taken seriously. And I'm like, I know I should get approved for this apartment. It's just bananas. I don't know. I want to talk about more stuff like this, like on the internet, because I feel like it's a struggle that so many people have. It just like is a little taboo and we don't talk about it, or maybe it just doesn't seem interesting. But to me, I'm like, I wish I would have known this. It just like gave me relief knowing that like my other influencer friends deal with this all the time. I like weirdly have a lot of clarity more now about my own personal finances, but don't have clarity about whether or not I can stay here or not. So that's the update with moving. I'm like, is this a sign I need to move back to the Midwest? Maybe someone there will take me seriously. I feel like the older I get, the more I like realize how much about what now is so prominent and important in life wasn't taught to me when I was younger. And like, I definitely was taught so many things by my parents, and I think they did like an amazing job of raising me, and I'm like so grateful for them and everything they taught me. But I'm just like so shocked that I was learning like the geometry shit and I like didn't know anything about taxes. And like, do I use geometry today? No, but I use like tax stuff all the time. I don't know, just more like law classes, how to get approved. I didn't even know. This might be stupid, but like when I was a senior in high school, I had no idea you had to get approved for an apartment. I just thought you like picked out the apartment you want, or like getting loans, insurance, even like just like monthly payments and like how to keep track of your finances and getting an accountant, getting a business manager. Like if I didn't have dead ass like Alicia and Ashley in my life, and like Remy and just like so many good people around me that like are so genuine and help me, and I have so many, like I'm just so grateful to have so many mentors in my life. Even Alicia's parents, like they've helped me so much, telling me like what exactly to do, because my parents, they're like, I don't know how to do this influencer shit. They're like so willing to help, but like it's just weird. I'm so grateful for like someone like Alicia that's like a pioneer in the influencer industry that figured out like, oh, you need to have a business manager, you need to have a certain type of CPA, you need to have a lawyer to look over things. It's just like mind-boggling. And I also can't imagine being like 16, like some of these TikTokers are so young. And what if they don't have a good relationship with their parents and they're just trying to figure this out all on their own? I'm like, what? I wish that I would have learned more of that, like stuff that I actually practically use. And I wish I would have learned that in high school. Guys, I'm so obsessed with the lights in my house. They're so fucking cute. And this blankie, I just love the vibes. And the more I'm here, I'm like, I don't want to move out. But if I have to move out, that's just life. Sorry, I feel like I'm shaking the camera because I just had like the rest of my Alani new drink. I just saw this TikToker. Her name's Lydia. I actually love her. She does like going on runs TikToks because I like fantasize about going on like long runs. Like I would love to be like a long distance runner and run like 12 miles in a day, like all over LA. That'd be so fun. But I can't run that. Well, I could if I trained and I tried. I don't make the time for it. I would love to run a marathon one day though. That's like, or like a half marathon. That's like one of my goals. But she was saying that there's this quote about, I'm clearly a big quote girl. I always tell you guys my favorite quotes. But there was one about, she was talking about taking risks. And I feel like this whole, like making a big decision. And she's like, when you take a risk, one thing my dad taught me, this is her words, one thing her dad taught her was that when making a decision, we often think about the consequence of a risk. If it, like, what will happen if this doesn't go well, or, you know, like what could go wrong and all those things, instead of thinking about what could go wrong if you didn't take the risk, aka if you settled and didn't take that big risk now, how much of that settling would hold you back? That would almost be a bigger risk holding you back than just initially taking the risk and figuring it out. And she was like, really think when you have a big decision, think about what you could lose by not taking this risk and like settling and just remaining comfortable versus like what's the worst that can happen if you take the big risk. And I like, that got me fired up, and I was like, maybe this is my sign to stay in the apartment. But then I'm like, this is kind of going not over well, like I'm not getting approved right away, like what's going on? So yeah, but that like TikTok brought me peace because I'm a big fan of taking risks. I think taking risks is what truly levels you up as a person and in life, and like gets you to that next. She made the analogy, like, for instance, if you're deciding whether you're going to move to a big city or like stay in your hometown, like think about the actual consequences. One, if you took the risk and moved to the big city, the biggest risk is that you're not going to like it, or you can't end up affording it, or you can't make friends and you want to move back. That's the worst thing that can happen, right? But what would even be worse is not taking that risk, not ever moving out of your hometown, not ever trying, never knowing, and then just kind of living in, I guess, regret or wonder, like the what if. Like that sounds more miserable to me than just ripping the Band-Aid off, trying and failing. There's so much to say about failure, and like, I don't know, I just feel like you learn so much from your mistakes and your failures. Like that's how you like build character and like learn about yourself. So yeah, I'm like attracted to the thought of taking the risk of like staying in this apartment. Need to blow this candle out. It's kind of giving me a headache. But I'm also like, is this my sign to move home? Because these people are giving me a hassle about getting approved for this apartment, even though I like went over my finances today with all my people and they said it should be fine. I hope my Postmate is here. Let's see. It's here. You guys, I ordered Takaya. I'm fucking hungry. Bro, I feel like I just like unloaded on y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna sit on the couch because I am like, my back hurts from sitting for so damn long at the counter. Where's my remote? Do candles ever give you a headache after a while? I feel like the cheap ones like are too strong, and like, I don't know. That like one, I think I got it from like Marshall's or something. All right, y'all, we're watching Gossip Girl. I'm eating my Takaya on the couch. I also got guac and some plantain chips, which I'm so excited. You guys know I love Takaya, so gonna enjoy this. This is definitely the most lit part of my room, and I certainly don't show it enough. My room is actually very lit. It's just the problem is like, I have a normal person job, and normal people don't get daylight. I guess it's technically not really a normal person job, but I have normal person work hours. And yes, that time I believe is correct. It's 10:28. Oh, 58. Fork. And I've decided, as the fashion icon that I am, Uggs, breadwinning housewife, White Fox, nutty, I decided I'm gonna do a haul. This is called Shit I Got from Revolve That I Can't Stop Thinking About. Okay, let's just start with a bang. I haven't worn this yet. It's because I'm so freaking excited and I'm kind of waiting for the perfect moment, which I think is gonna be Christmas Eve. Stand by. It is from More to Come by Revolve, and it's a set. It's this red, juicy fabric, collared, cropped, button up. X, same juicy fabric, red, juicy, spicy pants that flare out at the bottom. My only concern with these is that, will they be see-through? Perhaps. Will I have a ring light on me? No. Do I really care? No. Will someone be getting a better view than I anticipated? Yes. This is serving juicy, and it's exactly what I need going into the new year. Next thing, I'm not much of a sweater girl, but I'm obsessed. It's literally from Academy. I hope I say that right. And it's just this white, almost like cable knit sweater with a collar. Because a collar in my mind means rich and like estate, like juicy estate, Hamptons, rich, East Coast. My next thing to go along with the estate collared, everything I've shown so far has a forking collar. They came out with a tennis line, Revolve did. This is from Revolve Tennis Club. And you know what? I have a bone to pick with Revolve girlies. I love that tennis is a trend, but I actually play. So I've actually worn these while playing tennis. So I don't know, I just feel like I deserve a gold star or something. Also cute for not tennis, but really forking cute for tennis. I also wear this. It's a little cropped white. This is the shit my mom used to buy me all the time and make me wear. And now I'm buying it for myself. So that's how you know. Kelly King started us young with the Country Club Girl Summer. And it has a little like Revolve tennis rackets. Do you see it? And it fits perfectly because it's not too cropped, but not too long. And it's so soft. And I wear it underneath this Revolve Tennis Club quarter zip. Rich, rich. Together, richer. Moving right along to more club attire, not really country club attire, just like nightclub attire. This champagne goodness from Superdown. Haven't worn it yet, but really excited about it. Like I said, this is shit I'm excited about to wear. My favorite thing is that it's a halter and it adjusts because it isn't like a tie, but it adjusts and it makes my tits look good because I've tried it on. And I love how you can adjust right here too. Now, on to the finale and my favorite things. It's on the floor. Oh my gosh. I've been taking the tag off just because I want it to feel new still. I've worn it like a gazillion times and I got it like just the other day. This mother forking leather jacket is probably the coolest thing and my favorite thing I own right now and will ever own. Leather jacket from Dundas. It's a forking splurge. It's expensive AF. But you know what? Nothing better than having a staple leather jacket in your wardrobe. It has this little fur moment that you can take off. Fur collar. It also has a belt, which I love. And it's just sickening. And Megan Fox wore a Dundas dress to the Met after party. I think she wore Dundas actually to the Met as well. I'm forking obsessed. Good work, Revolve. Okay, last thing. It's right over here. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got the wrong boot. Last thing, best thing for realsies. This mother forking over the knee leather boot with a chrome toe. It's from Dundas. They're expensive too, but worth it. They remind me of the Chanel boot from freaking Devil Wears Prada. Do you know what I'm talking about? When Andy just like rolls up and like makes Emily squirm in her forking boots. I got a gazillion compliments when I wore these. No crazy heel. And I'll have them forever and I'm gonna give them to my future daughter. Or son. Fork it. I don't care. Whoever has the privilege of getting their hands on these one day, lucky. So cool. Revolve has been stepping up their like styling game on their website. I definitely recommend checking it out. And I'm gonna put all the links to this stuff and just all my Revolve pics down below. This isn't sponsored, but I don't know. I just was this is stuff I'm really excited about. I don't know if this is interesting to you. I'm just really excited about it. Okay, that's it. Toodles. All right, y'all. I'm going to bed. This is a part of my nighttime routine. Taking the pretty lights off so I don't have to pay more on my electricity bill. Ow! Not me running into the door. I am not smooth tonight. I am tired and I need bed. This is, like I said, this is midweek slump of Vlogmas. Oh, there's one last thing that I need to do though. I booked a flight to Indiana, bitches. See you tomorrow. Got a pack.